pretty much whatever you guys want to talk about. But before then, who wants to tell us about our sponsor?
Our sponsor tonight, as always, Jordan, is DCBService.com. If you are a fan of The Walking Dead TV show and would like to take the plunge into the graphic novels upon which the television show is based, then the cheapest and most efficient and best way to do so, in our opinion, is to go to DCBService.com. You can get the issues as they come out. You can get the graphic novels. You can get the compendiums. You can get the hardcovers. They also have Walking Dead merchandise that you can also check out there on the site, DCBService.com. And if you use the code WD8, you will get an extra 8% off their already outrageously marked down books that are already marked down 30, 40, sometimes 50%. So please, DCBService.com is our tried and true sponsor, and we're happy to have them.
Hey, guys, we have a call coming in right now. Should we go ahead and take it? Heck yeah.
Sounds good. Let's start this off right.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the Walking Dead TV podcast. Who is this?
This is Aaron North.
Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
From the Aaron.
Oh, doing well. What's up, guys?
Not much. You're our first caller. We're happy to have you on.
Awesome. All right. What were we talking about?
We're talking about whatever you want to talk about.
I want to talk about the video game.
All right. Yeah, we just mentioned that as we were opening up the show. We loved it. We haven't talked about it too much yet, but what did you think? What did you like? What did you dislike? Go.
I think the best thing about the video game is that I didn't want to stop playing it, and that may not sound like much. The game's only like 2 hours long, or maybe 3 hours, but I was really engaged with how Telltale made this kind of game work. Like, for those not familiar, that company's made like similar games where they're like kind of point and click adventures where you just kind of click different options on the screen and kind of figure out how to go. But this one was probably their best one yet, in my opinion, compared to like there's a Back to the Future one and a Jurassic Park one. This one really managed to do a lot with the property, with the Walking Dead comic. It really had it was cool how it set it in the same universe, and like you got to watch the story unfold, and your choices affected how the story played out. So I really enjoyed all of that.
Now, how did you go and play through, Aaron? Did you play through assuming that your character was evil, or did you go through assuming that he was being charged with a crime he did not commit, to steal another catchphrase?
I played it as a guy who was being very quiet about how he wanted to address the various things that have gone on, but was also a good guy at heart. That's how I played it. So like I was keeping certain secrets from people, say Herschel, for example, but at the same time I was also doing the right things in terms of morality-wise. I was saving certain people and being cautious about how to alert one of the characters and the status of their parents.
Right.
That's how vague I can be, I guess, with that description.
Hey guys, right. I have a question about this game. I just started playing it the other day, but I've only had one opportunity to sit down and play it. I didn't get very far, but okay, I've never played one of these. I shouldn't say never. It's been years, and it was a much less sophisticated version of, what do you call this, a point-and-click game?
Point-and-click
adventure.
Yeah. I played one years ago, and like I said, it was much less sophisticated.
Sam and Max Hit the Road? Legend of Monkey Island?
No.
Monkey Island.
I don't even remember what it was. That's how long ago it was.
Gabriel Knight.
I don't know, guys. So, am I supposed to think that depending on choices I make, the game will end up in a totally different place than it might if I had chosen other things?
Not a totally different place, but who's going to be there with you, and other things might change.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least in the first episode.
And the way people will react, certain characters will react to you.
Okay.
And what I understand, the later chapters also play off of the choices you make in the previous chapters. So like when episode 2 comes out, it will continue to carry on the traits, the various decisions that you've made in episode 1.
Is this a download only game, or is it? It's not available for the PS3 yet, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is. I played it on PS3.
Really? Oh, okay.
It's available for PS3, Xbox 360, Mac, and PC.
Okay, I'm playing it on my laptop, and apparently my laptop is, maybe it's full and not enough memory and RAM and stuff, but the game kind of lagged a little bit for me, but I'd like to try it on another platform, maybe the PS3. Maybe I could enjoy it a little more there. But it was interesting, and I liked the art, for lack of a better way to put it. I like the art, the way that people were drawn and things like that.
It took me kind of a minute to like adjust to the kind of style they're going for. But yeah, I came to really appreciate, mainly because I was just really into the characters. I really like, especially like the guy you're playing and how that kind of the relationship develops with him and the little girl that's ostensibly with you the whole time.
Something I learned just today, actually, it was that Telltale got the rights to make the Walking Dead game before the big success of the television show. I guess this has been in development for a while, and that's why it's based so closely on the comic. But a good windfall for them, hopefully. I mean, it's a really quality game. I enjoyed it a lot, too.
Agreed.
Oh, and Brad, a really cool thing at the end of the game is after the cliffhanger, and it is a really cool cliffhanger at the end of the first episode, and then they have a Next Time on The Walking Dead, which seems to be built based on the choices you made. It's not just like a pre-rendered thing. They have a, the credits, and then a splash screen comes up that tells you, okay, when it came to this decision, you chose A, whatever A was, and 35% of people who played the game made the same decision, or 75% of the people agreed with you. It's really cool to be able to see there's like, 10 or 15 different things, and whether you were in the minority or the majority on those decisions.
That'd be cool to
cool.
make notes when that splash screen comes up. So when you replay the game, you can make sure that you choose different things and experience the game in a different way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's already decisions where I'm like, oh crap, I made that decision really split second because you're on a timer a lot of the times. And I really wish I'd played that differently, but it's kind of almost like real life where you have 4 seconds, 5 seconds to make a snap decision and maybe make the right one. Maybe you don't. But I thought that was a really cool element.
Now, you guys that have played these point and click adventure games before, do you play with the hint mode on, or do you know enough about this type of game to know what to do? Because I was glad it told me to, hey, move forward by using this key on your keyboard. I wouldn't have known what to do.
I played it with the hint mode on, but I would say that in future installments I may turn that off just because I feel like I was pretty used to what I was supposed to be, how the game was presenting itself. I think I'd be used to that in future installments.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like older adventure games, like Sam and Max or Roger Wilco or some of those older ones, they're darn near impossible to play if you don't have some kind of hint mode or a guide or some kind of step-by-step walkthrough, because they are incredibly difficult. Like you have to combine 6 or 7 items in your inventory and to know which ones or why. It's a lot of trial and error, but the newer ones, they're much more fun, for lack of a better word. It's not just all about figuring out how to solve some ridiculously hard puzzle.
I just remembered what the game was. It was called Return to Zork.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the classic text adventure games.
Yeah, this one was, my buddy Jeff and I, when we were kids, we would stay up till midnight playing Zork on his old Commodore 64. But this one was, it had graphics. It was more than text. It was like, it visuals, and played on my old Windows 3.1 machine, and it was fun.
I thought you were going to say Leisure Suit Larry.
No, never was interested in that. Hey, Aaron, thanks for calling, buddy.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to, keep it on.
Awesome. We're going to let you go.
What's coming up soon on Out Now?
Out Now, there's this little movie coming out, a little independent feature called The Avengers coming out soon. So I think we're going to talk about that next week.
Sounds very cool.
We're going to go and let you go because we're getting some calls coming in while you're hogging the line. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, cool, guys. All right.
Talk to you later, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
And, of course, Aaron is the co-host along with his buddy Abe of the Out Now podcast, available on the HHW LOD network. They do weekly movie reviews, and they do a really great job. It's a great show. Check it out.
Speaking of movies, we got a call coming in. Let's get this one. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Thanks for calling Walking Dead TV podcast. Who is this?
This is Brett. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Brett.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Doing well. Where are you calling from?
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
You're the Brett that left us voicemails, right?
I am.
Has a particularly big brain, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Brett has a big. I recognized your voice, actually.
Well, it's good to finally talk to you guys.
That's good to have you on.
We got Jim and Russell on with me and Jordan, too.
Oh, great.
So what do you want to talk about tonight, Brett?
Wow. Jeez. I probably should have figured that out before I called in, shouldn't I? Let's see. Well, okay. So first of all, you guys are staying away from comic spoilers on this call-in, I guess, right?
As best as we can, yes, but we can always
Best
bleep it
as
out.
you
This
can.
isn't going out live, so.
Oh, got it. All right. All right. Well, here I have one for you. So we had the big reveal at the end of the last episode when the camera panned up and there was a large building that may or may not have been a prison.
Let's call it what it was, Brett. It's a prison.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as we're
So,
concerned, knowing that it's a prison doesn't spoil anything. It's just a prison.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I basically feel like the second season, they were kind of like they didn't spend a whole lot of time out in the open where they could kind of get. It wasn't really too dangerous, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I kind of have this feeling, when they get to that place, maybe it's another place where they're indoors and kind of away from harm. So I'm really hoping that they kind of meander a little bit. Maybe it takes them a while to get there. I don't know. They run into some danger because other than a few little events here and there, the farm was kind of like a luxury spa for them. They were on vacation. There wasn't a whole lot to worry about for the most part when they were there. They were pretty safe.
Well,
So, I don't know.
you,
What do you guys
you,
about
you
that?
read the comics, Brett?
I do, yeah.
Think about the prison storyline. There was a lot of stuff happening there that was dangerous, regardless of what the source of that danger was. I mean, there was a lot of conflict.
That's true. Yeah, I guess that's actually when, it really gets, the theme comes out that basically the zombies are something less to be worried about and the people around you are really the ones that you should be keeping an eye on.
I think that was one of the things that the second half of the season 2 did really well, which was, yeah, there were zombies, but a lot of the danger are the humans that you're spending your time with. So I think the prison's really gonna give us the opportunity to explore that, especially with what we know as Nervig coming in and things like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I really like at the end of the season, especially when they had Randall, and that was, I don't know, it was really great for viewers because nobody really had any idea what he was about, if he was good or bad. And, well, it really made you kind of question your own morality. There are a lot of gray areas, which is what the show really excels at, and they weren't sure if they should, let him roam free, if they should kill him, if they should, detain him. And, I guess that's, you're right. That new theme of kind of people being the worst enemy really started to come out in the second half of the second season. So I'm pretty excited for them to explore that a little bit further.
I think it'll give a nice contrast because what we've seen so far has been all from the perspective of the survivors that we know. And I mean, it's pretty public at this point that it's come out that we're going to have the prison and we're going to have the governor's, place and where he's at. And I think it'll be nice that we'll get kind of maybe two storylines going, or there'll be something to kind of mix it up so we're not always centered around, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about it. In the comic, the prison happened, and there was several issues, months worth of story in the prison before we ever saw the governor.
True.
Oh yeah,
True.
probably a full trade or two.
That's true. Yeah. So, we all know that this show has to take a different track than the TV show at times. So maybe we'll see parallel storylines like you said. Instead of, the first half of the season we see the prison only, and then we see the governor come in. I think I'm kind of glad we're talking about this. So I was perusing YouTube and looking at our videos that we put up of each of our episodes, so people can listen to our episodes through YouTube if they so choose to do that. I can't remember which episode this comment was, but somebody had commented that I think his comment read, "You guys hate season 2," and I don't think we hate season 2 at all. It's just that we're so used to the comic and we want to see certain things from the comic, and yeah, we're trying to keep comic and TV separate in our brains, but when you love the comic so much, you want to love the TV show that much too. And so it for me, I guess speaking for me, it takes some getting used to, or I have to constantly remind myself, this is not the comic book. Give it a chance. Just roll with the flow. Sooner or later, you're going to get what you want. And I have a feeling season 3 is going to be a little different.
definitely. A lot of times the fact that the show is taking a totally different storyline than the comic makes it exciting, and because there are these opportunities to take characters in a new direction that they haven't been explored in yet. And one of the things that happened at the end of the last season that really, really got me excited was that Andrea was kind of totally cut off from everybody else when she meets up with, mysterious hooded Michonne. And that's really cool because now there's no reason for them to find the rest of the group right away. They have no idea where they are. And so you can have this cool parallel storyline where they go off and they sort of, have their own adventures along the way and maybe meet up with the rest of the group way, way later. And so that's an opportunity to kind of have this totally new story arc that never existed before. So,
well, that's what keeps
like
it interesting for me, man. It's like, if it was word for word, note for note, shape for shape from the comic, that would be cool and all, but I would be bored watching it because I would know every single word and everything that was going to happen. I mean, I think that it's really cool that, like you were saying, this is the TV show allows some of the characters to really flourish and thrive and go in different directions. Like Shane, for instance, great example. Angela's another good example. Very different from their comic book counterparts, and that keeps it fresh and interesting for me. And then yet we're also getting the big story elements that us, longtime fans are looking for, like Michonne, like the governor, like the prison. We're just kind of getting the deck reshuffled on us. I think that's what really keeps me interested in the show.
Indeed. Yeah, actually, there are TV shows that really follow the source material really, really closely. Like, for example, Game of Thrones. I don't know if you guys have been watching that lately.
Oh,
yeah.
Or if you
75% of us love that show.
So, the books there, I actually just kind of stumbled upon them about a year before the show came out. And it's really cool how you get to see the words just leap off the page and you get to see it acted out and everything. And the actors and actresses are great. Production value is awesome. But then again, I do know everything that's going to happen, which takes a little bit of the fun out of it. So kind of cool that with Walking Dead, you're always on your toes.
Yeah, it's like the destination, but you're not sure of the journey to get there, and that with this Walking Dead show. So I mean, comic book readers know the destination, although they throw some destinations at us that we've never been to. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's great that they're willing to, they're really willing to mix it up in terms of who lives and who dies too. Because I don't know about you guys, but all of the sort of untimely deaths really threw me for a loop. I really didn't see them coming. So I have to say kudos to the showrunners for kind of having the cojones to kill off, fan favorites.
Absolutely.
Hey, having been a comic book reader, Brett, what were your feelings on them killing off Shane? Would you have liked to seen him stick around even longer than he had already stuck around?
I think it's John Bernthal, right? John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was one of the best actors on the show, I really think. And it was just so much fun to watch him because he was so, like neurotic almost, and he would show these signs of just being right on the edge of just going crazy all the time. And I don't know what it is about him as an actor, but he's really good at doing that. And so, I mean, it kind of bummed me out when he died, actually, because he was making it really fun just to sort of watch him be. You always just thought he was like a firecracker that was about to go off, and it made this cool tension. I have heard a lot of people say that they thought, that was drawn out way too long. And I guess I can see that perspective too. But I don't know. I thought they did a really good job with that. Maybe if they had kept him alive a little longer, we could have gotten some more little bits and pieces out of his character. But his time was nearing its end. I guess his usefulness as a character was starting to diminish at the end there. But anyway, the fact that he was just a great actor, so I was kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, well, it's always sad to see a good actor leave, regardless of, for me, speaking personally, regardless of whether I like the character or not. It's always sad to see a good actor have to leave a show because they're so good at what they do. If they're good enough to make you hate them, They're a good actor.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
Jordan, were you going to say something?
No, I was muted.
I thought I heard a breath like somebody was going to say something. Maybe it was the
Well,
spider in my ear.
So
well,
loud,
I
that
do think
spider.
the kind of the new way that they killed him off, very kind of different approach to the way that he ended up dying, and I think it was it was interesting, it was different, and it made Carl seem, I don't know, it less like maybe he was defending his father and maybe just like he was really confused. I don't know. It played out in a little bit different way, but I kind of do like the comic book version where that's when the firecracker really does go off. Shane totally blows his top. He freaks out and he's screaming and crying and just having this intense emotional breakdown. And in the show, he was just more kind of like, "Yep, pretty much gonna kill you now." Very cool-headed, and almost, robotic about it. Just kind of like, I have to eliminate you. And so it was a very, very different scene. I guess kind of like both versions of it.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking about that scene again. I need to go back and rewatch that, and you were saying it played different than it did in the comic, and it certainly does. But they're both very powerful in their own way. They both worked. We've talked about it, right? It's not a spoiler anymore. The way he dies in the comic,
Right.
Carl, taking Shane out in the comic was extremely powerful, but having Rick do it to kill his own best friend, I mean, that's just as powerful in a different way. And so it really worked. At first I was like, Carl better kill Shane. When Shane dies, it better be Carl, but, in retrospect, it was just as powerful for a different reason. And I approve this message.
It's kind of a nice dichotomy now, because if you think about it, Carl and Rick killed Shane, as opposed to in the comic the way it played out. So they kind of, I know some people complained about it. I thought it was kind of a cool concept that they both got a chance to do something that would have repercussions for each of the characters and disturb them and be something that they both have to deal with as time goes on. So I thought that was interesting.
It's father-son bonding.
Sure.
Hey, son, let's go kill our best friend slash zombie. Yeah, no, that's right. Hey, Brett, we're going to let you go. Okay, buddy? We got another call coming in.
Thanks a lot. It was great talking to you guys.
All right.
Thanks
Take care,
for
buddy.
calling.
Likewise.
Yep, see ya.
Bye. Go ahead, caller. You are on the air. Thanks for calling the Walking Dead TV podcast. Who is this?
This is Callum. Des Reevy.
No way. Are you calling from Australia?
Des.
I am. I'm calling from the future. In fact, it's Tuesday lunchtime down here.
What's the weather like tomorrow?
Wow.
Look, it's nice down here. It's sunny, a bit cool, but it's nice.
What does it feel like to be going back in time? You're a time traveler right now. You're actually in you're yesterday right now.
Great Scott.
It's very.
How you guys going?
We're doing great, man. It's very cool to be able to actually hear your voice. Because
Yeah.
we're familiar with you from all of our shows, and you're a great supporter of the network, and we appreciate that. And I'm sorry, John couldn't be with us tonight. So
There you go.
have we ever said his last name on the show? Did I just spoil John's last name? Because
You did.
it's usually just
I
M.
think
I'll
you
just bleep it
spoiled
out.
You did.
All right. Yeah, that'll be funny when you bleep it out. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, John.
Don't steal his identity, Callum.
No.
We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, so his surname isn't E-double-M.
Hey, what time is it there tomorrow?
5 to midday.
I'm sorry?
5 minutes till midday.
It's almost
almost
noon.
11:55.
5 till noon.
See, in
Yeah,
America,
5 till noon. Sorry. No.
America, we say it's almost noon.
Well, it's almost noon.
Oh, that's very good.
Nice.
What's for lunch, Callum?
Hey, you should really be jealous of Callum, because Australia got the Avengers movie before we did.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yes.
What's
yes,
your review,
I've
man?
seen
Have
it,
you
and
seen
it's
it?
awesome.
It's awesome.
Yes, excellent. The non-spoiler review is, look, there's moments when you laugh out loud. There's moments you could hear the pin drop in the cinema. Very Joss Whedon in the dialogue. Just excellent. Highly, highly recommended.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm jonesing.
Yes.
So
So
Yeah.
So what would you like to discuss about Walking Dead related, since we have you calling all the way from down under?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I only picked up season 1 myself about a week ago. I haven't seen hide nor hair of season 2 down here yet. So I can tell you all about season 1 if you like.
Go ahead.
that'd
sure.
be interesting to hear your take on something that's old news for us.
Yeah. Well, we get the Avengers first, so yeah, I'd rather swap the Avengers for Walking Dead season 2, I'd hate to say.
That's an acceptable trade-off.
Have you seen all 6 episodes from season 1?
Yes, yeah, I actually forced my wife to sit down and watch it with me, and I said, look, it's zombies, but it's character stuff as well, and she really enjoyed it from that point of view. So, yeah, just loved it. I'd seen it on a computer screen through other measures, but to have it on the telly and on the TV in good quality, it was beautiful. I loved it, thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, I think Vatos has still got to be the favorite episode. I sort of forgot the storyline, and then seeing it again and being reminded who the Vatos actually are and what they're doing, I just loved it. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was a really good episode because it's I'm sure everybody that watched it totally did not expect them to end up being, the people that they were and to be doing what they were doing. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just gonna start going through all the special features and whatnot now. That's next.
So let me ask you this.
And yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So when you get it in Australia, because I'm always kind of fascinated by how things show up in other markets, is it on what we would like in the States, what we would have like a pay cable TV station? Is it on like a regular network station? Is it something that you have to acquire through like some sort of pay-per-view kind of thing, or how is it broadcast in Australia?
Yeah.